Have you ever sat in silence, maybe leaning back in your favorite chair, and out of nowhere your chest starts pounding, as if a drummer were hidden inside? Or maybe you rise from your seat too quickly, and suddenly the whole room shifts, refusing to steady itself? We're tempted to laugh it off, call it nothing, but I tell you, many times those aren't coincidences. They're whispers, quiet pleas from a heart that longs to be heard before the storm breaks loose. Heart failure rarely barges in with flashing lights and sirens. More often, it slips in quietly, like a shadow stretching across the floor at dusk. The signs are small, subtle, and easy to brush aside, until one day it's too late. That's why we need to talk about this, not with frightening charts or cold medical jargon, but as though you and I were at the kitchen table pouring coffee, speaking plainly. Because when it comes to your heart, the small things matter most. Let's walk through these quiet warnings together, one by one. 1. A restless, racing heart. When the heart begins to tire, it doesn't always scream in agony. Sometimes it simply runs faster, trying to cover for its weakness. A heart that races when you're still is one of the earliest signs something isn't right. Normally, it beats with calm steadiness, 60 to 100 times each minute while you sit at rest. But when weakness sets in, it works over time, even when you're doing nothing at all. That's why you might feel that sudden thump-thump in your chest, fluttering as you read a book or watch the evening news. And it isn't just a fleeting flutter. Over time, that effort drains it further. If your resting pulse climbs over 100 again and again, don't dismiss it. Write it down. Use a simple watch, a monitor, even your phone. And if the story repeats, show it to your doctor. That small act could change the course of your life. 2. Fog in the mind. Ever walked into a room and wondered what for? Or stared at a page and realized you hadn't caught a single word? Many brush it off as age, but sometimes it's the heart speaking through the mind. When blood isn't moving well, the brain doesn't get enough oxygen. Thoughts slip. Memory falters. Focus fades. That isn't just absent-mindedness, it's a signal. Even in the earliest stages of trouble, the mind grows cloudy. Forgetting your keys, losing the thread of a conversation, feeling off. It may all be connected. Pay attention to when it happens. After walking upstairs? Late in the evening? Patterns matter. They tell the story your doctor needs to hear. 3. Swelling in the legs and ankles. By day's end, do your socks leave deep marks? Do your shoes pinch tighter than they did that morning? That swelling, brushed off as tired feet, can be your heart crying out. When the pump weakens, blood pushes back into the veins. Fluid seeps into the tissues, and your legs carry the burden. Press a thumb into your shin. If a dent lingers, don't ignore it. And if it's joined by weight gain or breathlessness, it's urgent. Your legs may be carrying the message your chest is trying to send. For dizziness and lightheadedness. Have you stood and felt the world tip? Or nearly fainted while doing something ordinary? Those dizzy spells aren't always just getting older. They're often the body's most honest warning. When the brain is shortchanged on blood, even the smallest movement can make you reel. A stumble here, a feint there. One slip can alter a lifetime. Write it down. Note the time, the trigger. After a walk? After standing too fast? These details can save you. 5. Nighttime trips to the bathroom. How many nights have you laid down, only to rise again and again for the bathroom? Once may be normal, but when it becomes 2, 3, or 4 times, it's more than age, it's the body crying out. When you lie down, the fluid that gathered in your legs during the day moves back into your blood. Your kidneys stir, and your night is broken. Sleep shatters, your energy fades, and your heart strains all the more. Don't shrug it off. Keep count. Lift your feet in the afternoon to ease the load. But if the cycle repeats, tell your doctor. Nights are meant for peace, not restless wandering. 6. Cold hands and feet. Do your hands stay cold while others are warm? Do your feet remain icy beneath the blankets? That's not always the weather, and not always age. When the heart weakens, it chooses to preserve the core, brain, lungs, vital organs, while leaving the edges behind. Fingers, toes, even skin are left in the cold. It's the body's survival tactic, but it's also a warning. 7. Shortness of breath with simple effort. Have you carried the mail and felt like you ran a race? Climbed a few steps and gasped as though you'd scaled a mountain? Breathlessness from the smallest task is one of the heart's loudest cries. When the pump falters, blood backs into the lungs. Every breath feels like a battle. Many blame age or being out of shape, but this is no accident. The body whispers before it screams. Track it. Notice it. Don't push through it. What feels like simple fatigue today could be the warning siren of tomorrow. 8. Struggling to breathe while lying down. You lie down, hoping for rest, and instead find your chest heavy, your lungs crowded. You reach for pillows, stack them high, or retreat to a chair to breathe. This isn't ordinary snoring. This is the body drowning in its own weight. When fluid shifts upward at night, a weary heart can't hold the line. Breath becomes a fight. If you find yourself propping higher and higher just to sleep, that's no small thing. It's your body pleading for help. 9. Sudden weight gain. Step on the scale in the morning, and 3 pounds have appeared overnight. Or 5 in a week, without explanation. That's not fat, it's fluid. The heart struggles, the kidneys cling to salt and water, and the body swells. Shoes pinch, breathing hardens, the waistline tightens. Even 2 pounds in a day should draw your attention. Weigh yourself at the same time daily. Keep the record, because sometimes the scale shouts louder than the heart itself. 10. Abdominal fullness or loss of appetite. You sit to eat and can't get through the first few bites. A bloated belly presses from within, though you haven't overeaten. That heaviness isn't always digestion. It may be the heart failing to keep blood moving freely. Fluid presses into the abdomen, stealing your hunger, dulling your desire for food. A waistband that tightens, meals that lose their flavor, sudden disinterest. These small changes can signal something larger. 11. A nagging cough or wheeze. You lie down at night, and a stubborn cough steals your rest. Not a cold, not allergies. A dry cough that clings like a shadow. Fluid in the lungs irritates the airways. Inhalers won't soothe it. Relief comes only when you sit upright, but the real cure lies deeper. Timing matters. If the cough grows louder when you rest, take note. The heart may be speaking through every wheeze. 12. Shortness of breath when bending over. You bend to tie your shoes, and air vanishes. You reach forward into a cupboard, and suddenly you're gasping. This isn't clumsiness, it's the body revealing its burden. A strong heart absorbs the shift of blood when you bend. A weakened heart falters instantly. That sudden breathlessness is one of its clearest alarms. 13. A deep, unshakable fatigue. And then there's the exhaustion, the weariness that clings no matter how you rest. Morning, noon, and night you feel it. This isn't simple age. This isn't laziness. It's the heart unable to fuel your muscles with life-giving blood. Everything feels heavy. Laundry, groceries, even the shower leaves you drained. It doesn't rush in all at once. It creeps slowly until one day you realize you can't go as far as you once did. Listen, record it, respect it, because your strength is precious, and saving it means hearing these early cries. Closing word. The body whispers before it ever cries out. A pounding chest. Swollen ankles. Nights broken by restless breath. A cough that lingers. A fatigue that chains you down. These aren't coincidences. They're signals. But here's the hope. These early warnings don't have to write your final story. With care, with change, with help, the heart can be restored. It can beat stronger, steadier, longer than you imagined. Your heart has carried you through every joy and every sorrow, through laughter and tears, through days of sunshine and storms. Don't neglect it now. Listen, act, protect it. For a heart cared for can carry you still into tomorrow, into hope, into life.